Hey, yo, Triage, give us a mic test real quick.
Goongala, goongala, boongala, zoongala.
All right, all right, all right. Hey, there we go. It just notified me that we went live. That's what I'm talking about on YouTube. That just notified me as soon as we went live. There we go. Oh, Giants game is 13-13. They tied up in the third. Let me find. I'm just trying to find the live real quick so I can watch as I go. What? All right, it's being weird. All right, all right. We back at it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Super Breakdown. I'm your host with the most, the man in the hour, Power Maximus, and we are here with none other than the one, the only, everyone's favorite demigod, Lord Triage.
What up, what up?
Okay, okay. So, D23, this is what we're talking about today. We're going to be talking about D23, quite a few of the reveals that we had going on. And then on top of that, we're going to be touching on, I'm going to do a quick run through. I've been reading this Avengers Forever 2020, was it 2021 or 2022? Yeah, I think it's 2021 storyline, Avengers Forever, and it's been pretty nuts. So I just read through issue 2 and 3. So I just want to do a quick recap where I'm at so far with that. But yes, let's hit it. What's first on the docket? D23 release information. Let's see here. So I'd say the biggest thing that everyone's really hyped about right now is the Secret Invasion trailer release. Now, I'll say I wasn't um I wasn't expecting a trailer this soon, but we got it. And it doesn't really, I don't know, I feel like it doesn't give anything away. You feel me?
I agree. But I think it's one of them things where they're trying to keep us on our edge of our seats as much as possible.
Yeah, yeah, yep. I agree with that. I can see that too.
And it also looks like, from what I'm seeing from this trailer, they're going to keep this one a little bit more down to earth. Like, we're not seeing many looks from actual status quo heroes or anyone like that. Like, all we've seen in the trailer is Maria Hill, Nick Fury, and then we have Amelia Clark playing an unnamed character yet, which I can't wait to see how that ties in. We're all big
Yeah,
fans of her.
absolutely.
So I'm thinking that it's going to be more like going like a more Agents of Shield type level with it. Like, we're like, oh, the spies got to deal with this shit.
Or Agents of Sword style.
That's true, because Sword got mentioned in WandaVision. We haven't seen it since.
Bro, it wasn't even a mention. It wasn't even a mention because um Monica was working for Sword. She wasn't a Shield agent. She was a Sword agent. So
You're
it was
right.
actually it was all Sword. So and Sword is supposed to end up going to space. So a lot of people are thinking that's where Fury's been because he's already set up the Shield. So now he got to set up the Sword. So a lot of people think that's what he's been doing for the last 3 years in space.
hmm And then all we need now is Norman Osborn to create Hammer.
And then we need Red Guardian to create the sickle.
Yeah.
um,
Well, actually, if memory serves me correctly, they did show that the Red Guardian is supposed to be part of the Thunderbolts.
yeah, yup. I'm just tight though. It doesn't look like he has a shield.
Do we really want that oversized man running around throwing that shield?
Yes, we do.
Well, I guess, to each his own. I'm not gonna be wowed by it. I'm not. I honestly, I prefer to see it. I forgot the blonde's name. The one that was like his daughter, Yelena.
Yeah.
I'd rather see her running around throwing it. That's just me.
Okay, I just want the Red Guardian shield in general. Yeah, I just want the Red Guardian shield in general. And as long as someone in the family is wielding it, that's all that matters to me.
Right.
Because honestly, I don't know. I really, first off, I appreciate and I like David Harbour as an actor first and foremost. And then secondly, I just love his portrayal of Red Guardian. It was I personally felt like it was dope. It was so good. He did it very, very well. So it's I that's why I'm a big fan. And plus, he had to get pretty jacked to play Hellboy. He got jacked to play Hellboy. And so then we see him when he does Stranger Things, and they're like, they actually wrote into the actual script, like, to mention the fact that he lost so much weight.
Mm.
And it would make sense. He was gone for a year doing manual labor in Russia. So they kind of wrote that in. So it'll be nice to see if, Red Guardian got back into shape again, cleaned up a little bit and is back doing what he was doing. So I'd like to see that. But I feel you though, because we already got U.S. Agent with the shield, and then we got Taskmaster that has a shield too.
But here's the thing, and it's like neither one of those shields, as far as we know, are vibranium, and that makes all the difference. So it's like, throwing just like if he's throwing a shield made of adamantium or whatever metal or some space age polymer, because Lord knows that they'll create something buck wild and crazy. It's not going to be the same as him whipping that adamantium shield around.
You're right.
And
it shouldn't. It's not going to bounce the same way.
And the U.S. Agent, he actually had specifically trained with Captain America's shield.
Yeah. So now, I remember they saying like he ragtagged a new shield together with just, I think it was like steel, like hardened steel or something like that.
Yeah, he made like a ragtag one that it didn't hold up, but I'm not really surprised.
Yeah, no. You're dealing with robots and rock and metal men. Yeah, steel's not cutting it, man. You either need adamantium or vibranium. Those are only, at this point in the Marvel universe, those are the only two things you need to be rolling with. Any of your armor needs to be adamantium or vibranium. I mean,
what about Uduru? No Uduru?
Oh yeah.
Thor's hammer has done some shit in this time.
It has. You're absolutely right. I thought it was pronounced Urdu.
I'd say Uduru, so it could be either way.
Udu, Urdu, either one. But yeah,
I say Minotaur, you say Minotaur.
Yeah. But yeah, either of those three. One's magic, one's alien, and one is oh wow, yeah. Wow. Adamantium is earthbound. Vibranium is an extraterrestrial. It's a space metal. And then you have Udu as that's a magic metal. Interesting.
Right.
I never really thought about that. I'm just realizing that right now. That's pretty dope.
Actually, the funny thing is that the metal's also a mineral. Is also a mineral. It's revealed to be a moon rock. It's because it got revealed in the comics that Moon Knight can lift Thor's hammer.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Yes. And speaking of Moon Knight, what did you think of the whole Wolf by Night trailer?
I'll be honest, I haven't seen it. I only saw the reveal for the that it's coming out. I didn't see the trailer.
Hmm.
I did not get to see the trailer.
Okay, because I thought they were going to tie that whole thing into the Moon Knight series because he appears in the first issue of that as one of
Yeah.
Moon Knight's enemies. So
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. When I first saw that, I was like, oh, okay, makes sense. Because Moon Knight, the way Moon Knight is used now is not the way he was originally made to be used. He was supposed to be like how Blade hunts and kills vampires. Moon Knight was supposed to be the protector of the night creatures. So think of like a supernatural kind of detective in a way. He kind of like kept the creatures of the night in check. And if niggas and motherfuckers went rogue, they would we hunt him down and do what he got to do.
okay, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Oh man, shit, I'm thirsty. But yeah, so I'm interested to see where they're gonna go with this. Cause I'll be honest, I thought the chick that played Arya Stark in New Mutants was supposed to be werewolf, the werewolf.
Oh, so that's two different characters.
Two different characters. Gotcha. Who was the character that she was supposed to be playing?
She was Wolfbane.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, because I thought that she was. Oh, yeah, no. So she's Wolfbane, and okay. Gotcha. Is there any relation though between them?
Not to my knowledge.
Gotcha. All right. I do. I listen. I know that New Mutants was a bit of a a hit and run, but I feel like it has a lot of potential to be something more. I feel like if they took each one of those characters, built and expanded on them a little bit more, especially Magic.
Oh, especially Magic.
Everyone loves Magic. She's a savage.
And that girl's been on a roll as of late.
Yeah, I've been hearing this stuff here and there about her, about the comic run that she's on.
I mean, between that, her roles in Glass and Split, and then her in Queen's Gambit.
Wait, hold up, run that back to me again. You said her roles in Glass and Split.
Yeah.
I saw Unbreakable, Glass, and Split.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Same actress was the one that the Beast let go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Her hair is just a different color.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I did. Well, it's been a minute since I've seen Split though. Split was really damn good. Glass, not so much. Split, very much so.
Yeah. Well, I think that Glass was just going to be one of those things where it was gonna quote unquote fall short because of all the other material it would get compared to. I mean, like he says, the fights are going to be grounded in reality.
Nah, it wasn't even that though. It wasn't even that for me. For me, it was. I felt like it fell short on the aspect of an explanation. Like for me, it just added more questions than answered them.
But see, I always thought that they left like a room for it to be explored upon further. Like if they gave that series like a spin-off show where you had people who were experiencing their abilities and trying to figure out how to control them or were testing the bounds of what it was they could do. Like I always thought they left room for that and it never got explored.
Yeah, they definitely did, but I feel like the room that they left was a little too much because even then, like that organization, so to speak, they really didn't explain much of that organization.
And sometimes less is also more. I mean, like look at how they had to build on the world with John Wick.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
They keep talking about this high table, which basically rules the world through crime and its organizations, but yet they've never really haven't really elaborated on them as individuals. You've seen one or two of them, but you haven't actually seen the table yet, and they're about to go to the fourth movie.
Yeah, we've seen. I think we see two of them in the same movie. I think that was in two, and it was the chick and her brother who wanted her dead, and then in the last one that came out, we saw the one in charge of the whole table.
Yeah, the one that saw that the one that sat above the table,
Yeah, yeah, the one. So yeah, we don't even know how many table members there are.
right? Or how the hierarchy works. But it's one of those
Mm-hmm.
things that it might get explained and might not. Sometimes you don't have to go all the way into detail. And honestly, that sometimes is a good way to go because it lets that person's mind paint the picture of this person's this or this person's that, or that explains why this never happened, or
Mm. And also, yeah, now I'm thinking about it on a writer side too. It leaves less stress on you as a writer because that means you don't have to get into it right away. You don't have to explain everything right away. You just say, yeah, this is in place, this is there, and then you can go back and touch on it at a later date. Get out the story that you want to get out now, and then you can work on everything else later. It also relieves possibly running into plot holes. Writing in plot holes and stuff like that too. I like okay, all right, yeah, I'll give it that. I'll give it that. I won't be too critical of it anymore because, like I said, I Unbreakable was amazing. I thought it was an absolutely great movie. I thought Split was hands down an amazing movie. It was so dope. Um, so yeah, I guess I'm gonna go back. I'll rewatch it. I'm gonna rewatch it. Um, let's see. So we got Andor as well. They got revealed.
I I am a Star Wars fan just like you are.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how that whole thing's gonna work. Matter of fact, excuse me, if I had to compare that, like just how we said the whole thing, like with the Agents of Shield and the Agents of Sword, like if they
Mm-hmm.
have to go like that aspect with this,
Mm.
because we know the rebellion was around for close to 20 years, and then we never really saw like, okay, was it like military attacks that they used, like guerrilla warfare against the Empire? Was it who snuck in where? Did they have spies in places where they're defectors? Like we've already seen little bits of that in Kenobi.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
like what's going on across the galaxy and who's really rallying the shit.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Because like in which one? So yeah, we can see that like for me, I kind of feel like if they do Andor, they're kind of just like repeating the same stuff that they've already given us in a way, because we already see the ending of Andor. We already in Rogue One. That's what Andor essentially is leading up to, Rogue One. And
Correct.
the question is like, do we really need that though?
Well, it's also one of them things where like look at Game of Thrones, how they just did the House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Now, the House of the Dragon is all about the Dance of Dragons. It's all about the Tigerian Civil War. So if you know what happens, you know what happens. A lot of people are just waiting for it to happen.
All
I
right.
agree with you. I hear what you're saying. We already know how the story ends. The question is, how did we get there?
Yeah, I got you. But again, in order to ask that question, like there has to be something interesting in between there. That journey to getting to that into that end game there, there's got to be something at least interesting. You know what I mean? So my thing, I'm just worried about what content is going to be in this show that's really going to, it'll be like, oh shit, oh snap. Because Kenobi, there was a lot of oh shits and a lot of oh snaps.
I agree. Um,
Mandalorian, a lot of oh shits and a lot of oh snaps.
well,
And play,
the thing with the Mandalorian that made that show so different is one, the Mandalorians were never really overly touched on outside of the mentioning in like the Clone Wars, the animated series, and then like their little mentionings in the Star Wars movies. So for them to go into detail about them and the idea were these cutthroat, basically religious fanatics who live by the sword or the blaster, whatever came first. I
mhm.
mean, that pretty much wrote itself. And then it's like then
Yeah.
come to find out that you have two different groups, which caused the civil war amongst their own people. Once again, we were just talking about this with Game of Thrones.
Hmm.
I find it interesting that we get to see that and it got explored and everybody loved it. And then the whole let's not forget the whole Baby Yoda aspect because everybody loved him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Master Grogu. Respect
Yes,
that.
Master Grogu, excuse me.
Yep. That's what I'm calling him, Master Grogu. He's
Put
not a
some respect
master
on his
yet, but he
name,
will be.
right?
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I guess, but I feel like Andor's gonna be definitely darker. It's gonna be grittier because of course Rogue One was pretty dark, pretty gritty.
Right.
Um, so you gotta, again, if you're leading up to Rogue One, you gotta come with the same energy leading up, that Rogue One had. So again, my thing is, I'm gonna watch it just to see like what they got, or if there's something I miss, or if there's something important in there that I gotta know. Um, I don't know, because for me, it's just like because technically we're so far ahead from where Andor takes place, that's what's throwing it off for me. You know what I mean? It's not like, okay, we know what happens right after it. No, we know what happens decades. Same thing with Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon. We know what happens centuries after. We know what happens decades after in Star Wars. So for me, it's kind of like, is this gonna this isn't gonna affect the future at all because we know how it gets settled. My thing, I've always been more interested in, like, if you're gonna do a prequel or if you're gonna do a backstory, you're gonna do a spinoff. It For me, I like it when it actually ties into what something new that we're going to see happen in the story. To be like, oh, yo, that's what they was talking about in that prequel, that spinoff. That's somebody for the spinoff. You know what I mean? Or that's what they were talking about in the main story.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what has me not concerned, but also not as enthused about Andor.
Well, they've done
Ahsoka,
that.
man, I'm hype about, but Andor, I don't know.
Well, they kind of did that in Solo because they keep talking about how the Millennium Falcon's the ship that made the Kessel Run in X amount of minutes. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be that in Solo you see him do it,
Mm.
and then what he was carrying, and then why the Kessel Run was so important to get done within that time frame. So they've shown that so far a decent way. As long as they continue to do it, they should be all right. My other big question I got to ask
Oh,
is,
wait. What didn't I remember you telling me? Wasn't that run? It wasn't just like a run. It was actually an actual mission for the rebellion.
yes.
It was then they disguised it as a. Okay, yeah. All right, cool. All right, so I wasn't bugging on that. Gotcha.
So the other question I got to ask is, like, we also don't really know what was the Empire really doing. Like, we know that they're a whole dictatorship and stuff that was going on, and but like, what was Palpatine really doing? Like, was he conquering galaxies and taking their? Excuse me, was he conquering cities and planets and taking their taking their merchandise? Was he perpetuating a slave trade? Like, what was he really doing? And it's like we get to see like all the stormtroopers marching around and them imposing their will on people, but we never really got to see what it is they're truly doing. So it's like that might be another thing too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then so within that question, it's like, what was really his end goal? You know what I mean? Because like, was it just to take over the galaxy and that's it, or like, did he have like a larger goal there? Like, was he trying to make money or this and that? Because all it really seemed like is like they went down, they took over place, take all their stuff, and then just perpetually beat the hell out of them. Didn't seem like they were trying to set up some kind of taxation or some kind of commerce or something like that. It wasn't like they were trying. It was just looked like they're just ruling it without any, just taking it so they can stake claim to it. Like, oh, I conquered this, I own this. But again, like you said, what were they really doing there? Because it really seemed like when the stormtroopers were going around, Joe was just telling motherfuckers to do whatever they wanted them to do. It wasn't like they was coming down off on an order or something like that. Or, all right, it really seemed like the stormtroopers got to a point where there was just mercenaries. The ones that were left on the planets, they started to do their own thing and started to like run protection rings and shit like that. You know what I mean? It didn't really seem like it was a strict, like, we're here for this. This is how it goes. This is how it's ran. And then on top of that, we never saw one person in charge on those planets. Like, there's stormtroopers, but now who's in charge of the stormtroopers? I mean, I know we saw Gideon and Mandalorian, but even then, he wasn't necessarily in charge of that area, though. He came there because he heard about the reports. So again, like, are they running like a certain inquisitors, or are like assigned to certain sectors or certain planets? Like, where's the structure? Where's the structure of it all? Again, it really just seemed like motherfuckers just doing whatever the hell they wanted to do while they were there. So what was Palpatine's true real end game? It's like, all right, once you rule the galaxy, what is it? What else is it? You done randomly had a Force baby out of nowhere, and that Force baby had another baby, and now you're like, oh, you're my granddaughter. I want you to kill me. What, were you just planning suicide from the beginning? Was your whole thing to kind of like try to become a Force ghost, to take over the Force, to be, I don't know. It just made no sense to me. So I definitely resonate with that question big time. Like, what were you doing, really? What was they doing? Because it really seemed like a lot of time they were just focusing on trying to find Kenobi.
Right. And even that, like, in hindsight, like, because don't get me wrong, Obi-Wan was a bad man, but he wasn't the baddest in the galaxy. Like, we there was definitely other Jedi who were on par or as lethal as him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've seen it. We've in the comic books, we've seen Vader go against dudes that gave him a run for his money.
Right.
Like he had to come back for a round 2 with one of them. If I remember correctly, he was one of Maul's race. I can't remember his name off the top of offhand, but like, yeah, he so he left the Jedi when that happened. He had turned to the dark side, but then turned back, and was just kind of like living his life out rogue style, not really messing with nobody. And then Vader came for him, and he put the beats on Vader, like damaged Vader damaged Vader's arm. He needed to get Vader needed a whole new arm replacement. Respirator messed up, almost drowned, and they had to go back for round 2. So it just there's people out there that were like, that honestly could have beat Kenobi with no problem, especially when his weakened state like that. Yeah, but honestly, that whole thing was just Palpatine letting his child run amok. He was just letting Vader do whatever he wanted to do.
Right.
I don't know. So that's why Andor, I'm not 100 super stoked about it. Just because I don't know. I just feel like there's got to be something in it that really makes me be like, oh shit, I want to watch it. Like with Ahsoka, there's a lot of stuff about Ahsoka that we don't know, especially within what happens within that time frame from when we last see her when she fights Vader, or when she goes toe to toe with Vader in Rebels, to when we see her in Mandalorian. So I am that's what I'm stoked for, and I'm excited for. But Andor, we'll see what it does. So we also got Percy Jackson too. How do you feel about this new rendition of Percy?
I'm hyped. I'm super hyped. But they've already got a little backlash because they've changed a few things. So, but I've learned to not always judge a book by its cover, so to speak. I mean, don't get me wrong. I believe if the source material says X, Y, and Z, you should follow X, Y, and Z. But nothing wrong with modernizing things a little bit as long as it's done tastefully.
Yeah.
But I got through that book series last year. It's probably one of my favorite series, no lie.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
So you got a lot banking on this being good.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of them things like if as long as they follow the source material, they don't take no like crazy liberties with shit, they should be fine.
Yeah, for me, I never got a chance to read the books, but I definitely saw the first movie rendition of them, and I thought the first Percy Jackson movie, The Lightning Thief, was dope. I thought it was really good. Sea of Monsters, I thought it kind of fell short in certain places, but I don't know. The only thing I'm concerned with this is like I was listening to the actor, and I don't know about the actor too much. The actor has been kind of like,
Who's playing? You talking about the one that's playing Percy Jackson?
I don't even know. I was just listening to like just his narration of it. I don't know. It sounds like he's not. I don't know. Maybe if they're going with the younger, Percy Jackson or something like that. I really don't know. I really don't have many details. I'm just feeling like the actor, he wasn't giving. You know what I mean? In that narration, it wasn't. It kind of sounded like he was kind of just reading from. It wasn't like he was like telling hey, this is my story, kind of thing. You know what I mean? But
It seemed like you feel like he was more like reading a script.
Yeah.
I believe it's a series.
Yeah, so if it's a series, yeah, I'll definitely give it a try because that means they're
right.
My problem is like this is a problem that we have right now with streaming, and I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it. The bigger the budget on the shows, the least episodes we are going to get. The higher the quality of the show, the least episodes we get. And I've been realizing this. All these Marvel shows have a large budget. Like each episode's looking like it's coming straight out of the movie. Now, if you look at the quality of shows compared to their episode length, what's what's the show with the longest episodes? It was whatever has 9 episodes. I think it's Moon Knight. That has 9 episodes.
I don't even think it had that many, honestly.
No, I think it had 8. But and then if you look at one of the ones that had the shortest number of episodes, which was 6 episodes, like Captain Falcon, Falcon and Winter Soldier. If you take a look at that, they had some of the least amount of episodes. Yet the budget is so high. The CGI is A1 quality. The costuming on point, amazing. Look at WandaVision.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But now we see something with lower quality effects, like let's say She-Hulk. And now she's going for what? I believe she has 8 episodes.
Well, they got to cover all the cameos they're putting in each episode.
Oh, yeah. So, and then if you look at it with Netflix, anytime you get a good Netflix show, it's only between max episodes, I've seen 10. Minimum episodes, I've seen the lowest. I've seen like 8, unless it's like a mini series, but I'm not counting those because the mini series are literally supposed to be like separate movies,
right?
Like 3 separate movies. But yeah, if you look at it, like the higher the quality of the show, the less number of episodes. But now, the lower the quality of the show, the more episodes they have. Like if you watch the Lucifer storyline, when it was on actual networking television, it was 23 episodes long. You get to Netflix, now you're only getting like 10 episodes. Completely cut in half. And now it's because the budget is very different. Now they're focusing on a lot more CGI. We're seeing the wings more. We're seeing more epic battles in Netflix. Yet we're only getting 10 episodes out of it. And the storyline's really good and everything like that. It's great. Then you get to this last season, the last season of Lucifer, and it is absolute butt. This last season of Lucifer was bad, and it was a decent, like, it had more than 10 episodes. You would think it would be good so they can drag out the story, but no, it's because their budget dropped. So now they can they're using less CGI, less crazy graphics, so now they can extend it out. The less crazy graphics it has, the longer the show. So now I'm on the precipice of just like, stop making these things look like movies. I want more content.
That's a sticky demand power.
Because you want that quality. You naturally you want that quality. It's a quality of show that we've wanted for a long time. But then if it means, if I had to choose between getting that extra quality and then getting more content, I'm gonna go with more content. Personally, me, I'd rather have more content than that, because then I'd rather you focus on the story a little bit more. You ain't got to go with these crazy high-end graphics or anything like that. You can save that for like every few episodes you can do one like that. But if you're running it like how Disney's doing it every single episode, you're running into these high-end fight scenes and stuff like that that are coming straight off of a movie screen, you know, you're going to run into some budget conflicts. You know, it's just that it's exactly what happened with CW when they released The Flash. When CW released The Flash, Arrow dropped horribly. The quality of that. So season 1 of The Flash, and I think it was like season 5 or
Should
6.
be for what, Arrow?
Yeah.
It'd have been season 3.
Season 3, my bad. Yeah, I was way off. Yeah. So season 3 of Arrow and season 1 of Flash were happening at the same time. Season 3's quality was horrendous. The graphics, CGI was bad. At one point I saw a wire. In one jump scene, I saw a wire. In one scene, I saw a bit of green screen at one time. It was that because their budget was going to Flash and all the CGI and graphics of Flash. These guys are out here blowing their budget to make things look grandiose when it's like, just, you can get to the grandiose, but just give us more content. You know what I mean? I want more story. I want to know more about these characters. I want to see these characters go through more stories. Now, I gotta wait until Captain America: New World Order to see Sam Wilson in the suit again.
Right.
And what? Captain. Well, that was like what? 2 years ago now.
What?
For Falcon and Winter Soldier. Ago, maybe.
It was definitely over a year ago.
Yeah, and now, what? New World Order is not slated till late next year, or was that in a 24, 25 area?
Honestly, I cannot remember, but I'm not against that because with the way the MCU's been going as of late, they really need to just gather themselves, get their ducks in a row, and just go from there. Because I'd rather have the content be done well and precise over a period of time than then pump out flick after flick after flick and it not be good. Look at the issues DC just had. We had 2 movies that were supposed to be blockbuster movies. One to reestablish a character, the other one to give a character a sequel, and both got pushed back because of personal issues with the actors on the set. Now, once again,
Offset.
Excuse me. Yeah, yes. So the DCU, with it pushing its characters the way it did, it just did not end well or solidly, and we all kind of agree on that. It hasn't. They've been cleaning it up slowly but surely, but they're also cutting shit out. They're also changing shit. So it's like,
yeah. And now that we get to a point where we probably gonna have a blockbuster smash of Black Adam, it's not gonna go anywhere.
Yo,
because they've already fucked up everything else, the rest of the universe that he's supposed to be a part of.
Well, I didn't hate Shazam.
Oh no, absolutely not. I like Shazam a lot. I thought it was really good. You know, but they're supposed to be a part of that DCEU, not necessarily the Snyderverse. Even though I think Black Adam would be a great in the Snyderverse. I think he would be at home in the Snyderverse. But my thing is, like, I feel like with DC, it's more so of just a planning problem.
Well, it's also like they wanted to play catch up so bad, it kind of blew up in their faces. Like you have to remember them doing the Avengers. They started that in 2008, and then it
Culminated.
culminated in 2012. So they had a plan lined out over a few years. And don't get me wrong, I don't really care for Iron Man 2 or Thor like that. But even look at the Incredible Hulk. People had all kinds of shit to say about that. People want that Hulk back.
Yeah. And even then, if you look at it now all these years later, they're and She-Hulk, they're retouching on it. So they are bringing it full circle. I don't know. I just feel like they need to find a balance. You know what I mean? They gotta find a balance, because again, you have people they have people like me, fans like me that are like, in before, when they would have us wait, it was an anticipated wait. Anticipation. Oh man, yeah, great. It's gonna be coming out. But now this the wait between seeing these characters is so far and spread in between. You know what I mean? It's not like they gave us a second season of this character, just to like, or at least give us a little something to see the character, just to wet the taste buds a little bit. No, we're sitting here cold turkey. We're sitting here waiting cold turkey.
Literally sitting on my hands.
Yeah, at this point, and it's like it for me. I feel like it's messing up their pacing, messing up their momentum, and I kind of feel like it's starting to become a content dump as well.
Right.
So like we won't hear nothing from them for a minute, and then it's like, boom, here we go. We got this and this and this and this and this and this and this. What werewolf by daylight, right? That right. Werewolf by daylight, right? Werewolf by night. Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's coming out next month. Didn't it say like October 7th?
I can't even remember the date, honestly.
Yeah, here, let me do a quick Google search. Because now I feel like they're dropping things that are coming out like back to back, right? Like when they said, oh, guess what? I Am Groot is coming, which I don't know if you watched that, but you should. It is adorable.
I'm not watching that.
Dude, it's adorable. It is amazing. It is adorable. And it's pretty damn funny too. Werewolf by Night. Let's see. Release date. Oh, is it gonna be a movie?
Oh, good lord.
Is it a movie? Oh, it's in black and white.
And of course.
What the? Wait, this chick looks like Jessica Jones a little bit.
It might be Jessica Jones.
Did they just hit a stop frame? Like, this is how I got here. I'm not even listening to it. I'm just watching. It doesn't look like he no little werewolf though. Oh yeah, he not no little werewolf. Yeah, October 7th. I don't know if it's a show or a movie, but it's gonna be on Disney Plus. Yeah, bro. It's literally set up like an actual black and white film, with the whole like, how like when the film changes, it has a little spot over in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that it has that too. The little spots over in the corner, like it's actual black and white film.
Cigarette burns, I believe they're called.
Yep, yep. Um, but yeah, dude, like, come on, like they just released this and it's coming out next month. Like, like so it kind of feels like it's starting to get it's a content dump now. So they got to be careful because now this content dump can end up turning into an oversaturation, which they're already on the borderline of.
Now, what do you mean when you say by that? Say that. Clarify that for me.
Oversaturation means just like flooding with just the same kind of content. It's all just superhero content now to the point where it's like, all right, I got you guys. I gotta I need a break. I need a break. I get it, superheroes are the shit, but I need a break now because now no one's interested in watching anything else on let's put it this way, they do this, no one's going to be interested in watching anything else. They did it in the movie theaters for when they went on their first run, that whole Infinity Saga. Nobody was interested in watching anything else in the theaters besides if it wasn't a Marvel movie or a Disney film, nobody wanted it. And I think they're going to play around and end up screwing over their platform right with it because at this point, what else do you really watch on Disney Plus besides a Marvel show or a Star Wars show?
Every now and again, I watch something Pixar.
When they release a movie, right?
Just in general, Wally's my shit.
Wait, what movie was it?
Wally.
Oh yeah, 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 yep. Yeah, Wiley's that dude. I'll be honest, I'm to the point where I don't know. I kind of feel like Wiley gets a black card.
You said Wally gets a black card?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Wally,
Wally's definitely black.
absolutely, absolutely. He goes to work every day. Like, look at this shit. They left him alone on a planet by himself to clean up the whole planet by himself. Like, come on, man. He got shitted on. He got shitted on hard. He do the shitty end of the stick. So I will give him his black card for that. He got it. The amount of shit he has to deal with on a daily basis is horrible. He's the help.
He said he's your help.
Wally's the help. Yeah. Wally's the help. Which is wild. It's wild. But yeah, not for me. I don't know. Any other time, either I'm watching a new movie release, whether it be Disney, Pixar, whatever it may be, Marvel show or Star Wars show. And then every so often when the little one wants to, watch something, I'll throw something on for him. He loved Lightyear. He loved watching Lightyear. I thought Lightyear was great. I thought it was a great movie. I thought it was really good. Honestly, not.
I want to see a movie about Woody now.
See, there's a website for those. There's quite a few movies about Woodies. But I suggest using your incognito windows for those.
Godless heathen.
Oh man. So where was I? Yes. Oversaturation. Yeah. No, I just feel like it's gonna get to a point where no one's gonna watch anything else on there. Like right now, I'd say like I have a Discovery Plus, and I only watch it for like Ghost Adventures.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
That's the only reason why anyone watches Travel Channel. The only reason why anyone goes to Discovery is for Ghost Adventures, which they don't even put out that often. I've never met a, and this is what gets me tight. Quick side note. This is gets me tight about Warner Brothers selling, or at least Discovery buying Warner Brothers. if Discovery can't even keep their own shit together and in line, I love Ghost Adventures. I know a lot of it's probably fake, a lot of it's probably not. I don't know. I believe in supernatural, but I've never found a harder time finding a damn episode list or an episode guide for a show. It is so either not updated, not in the right category, because the Ghost Adventures has like 5-6 different shows, like little special spin-off shows. And like they'll be all mixed and matched. Like this episode will be a part of this show and this, and it's like, no, that's not, it's not. Nothing is categorized. So now you're gonna allow these people that can't even keep their own shit together, let alone their streaming platform. Their streaming platform is an absolute mess. It is a mess. They have way too much content on that streaming service. There's literally like 12, 13 different channels put together on this little streaming app. I'm talking all the way from Travel Channel, Discovery, History, National Geographic, HGTV, Lifetime. They even have some of these little mini shows that like the Facebook streaming shit on there.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's too much. You know, but now they're going to be buying Warner Brothers, who was already in a shit show. And now, because they're buying Warner Brothers, they're taking over the deal with HBO on HBO Max. Now the HBO Max content is suffering, and it's probably going to be out of sorts as well. Let alone the animation quality is going. Their animation movies, which are A1, they're going to suffer.
Speaking of HBO Max, we have got an update that Titans will be starting back up soon.
Oh, okay. I'm all for that. I'm all for that.
Apparently they will be.
That we haven't talked about that last season in a long time.
And apparently they will be squaring off against Lex Luthor.
Is it Lex Luthor or Lex Jr.?
Listen, man, we're not acknowledging Lex Jr., okay? I don't know whose idea that was. I don't know what.
It's in the comics.
What?
There's a Lex Jr. in the comics.
Listen, man, I refuse to acknowledge that portrayal of Lex as Lex. All right.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, that was.
There are two people, in my opinion, who should only be the ones be considered to play Lex Luthor.
Go for it.
You already know who one is. I'm gonna say.
Go for it.
Billy Zane.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. He fucking looks like a Lex Luthor. He looks like a Lex Luthor.
I don't know why we don't get that fan service. They don't just make it happen. I'm confused, but I'll not go along with it.
And then I don't know. I feel like, you know, and he already has he already has credentials for playing a superhero.
I mean, he can play a real character. He comes off with a subtle level of intelligence.
Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
Twin Peaks. Charmed. Like, come on now. Like his resume stretches.
And I see him in little spots here and there, and I'd be like, yo, they need to just make him Lex Luthor and stop playing.
Like, dude, he is 6 foot. He's 6 foot. And they can go with an older Lex Luthor because he's older. He is old. He's in his 50s. He's mid 50s right now. He's got to be mid-50s.
I say let the man do it. The other cat
Absolutely.
is my son from Power, the one who was Ghost.
Of course. I can't. I will never, ever, ever knock against a Black Lex. I will
Once
never
again,
knock a Black Lex.
he does the regal thing. He shows that that he's highly intelligent. He can carry himself and it be believable. Like, and the way he outmoves and outsmarts people in that show, I'm not sure if that was a mixture of the writing and his performance or however they did it, but like he took that shit home on a whole nother level. Like I've been saying he should have been playing Lex Luthor for like 4 years now.
Yeah. I rock with you 100% on that.
And the one let's say, and the one thing I think that's really interesting with him is I could picture him fighting Superman and whooping his ass.
Hey, bro, I'll even get crazy and say that if they did go down the route of a Black Superman, I can see him running it. I can absolutely see him running it.
Like, yeah, you're not the man that tomorrow I am. Like I could just see it.
Exactly. And honestly, I just feel I just think that would be so dope. What's his name? Amari Hardwick is his name.
Listen, Hollywood, make it happen. Make that man Lex Luthor.
Oh, hey. Apparently he was in Kick-Ass too.
Yeah, the first one, I believe.
Yep. I mean, let's not forget his role in Army of the Dead too.
Yes.
Yeah, that was dope.
I actually only tested that like a month ago for the first time.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yes.
What did you think?
I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. And the whole time paradox thing that they added in there too. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That whole time paradox was nutty because I started seeing little people doing like there wasn't spoilers, but they were like putting up memes about it and people putting up articles about it. So I didn't really understand until I actually watched it myself, and I was like, oh, because if you look at one of the bodies on the floor, they're literally wearing the same clothing as Batista's character. So I don't know. I always found that interesting. And then they did a spinoff with Army of Thieves, which I didn't watch that.
I didn't watch that either yet.
Yeah. But no, I absolutely. He's going to be in Planet of the Dead too, because it's going to be a sequel.
That I did not know, but I'll sit through it.
Yeah, it's by, and I'm gonna sit through it because it's by Snyder. It's by Zack Snyder. That's also why I'm gonna sit through it.
Good old.
For real, the man's a genius. He's a cinematic genius. He's a cinematic genius. You can't. I don't think Snyder's ever made anything that you can really dispute. You can't say, "Oh, that's not good." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like he's awesome as hell when it comes to his work, and like the amount of effort and passion he puts into his writing is absolutely phenomenal. Now I like with D23 mostly aside, with all these awesome reveals and announcements, I was actually going through, speaking on the Marvel side of things, when I was going through this rendition of Avengers Forever. My guy, it gets nuts. last episode, I talked about issue number 4 because I skipped ahead real quick, and I was talking about like the granddaughters of Thor, and that was pretty nuts. But now 2 and 3 open up a whole another realm of just craziness and nuttiness. So we have issue 2 where it opens up to of Avengers Forever, opens up to the Black Skull, which is Red Skull, fused with the symbiote, literally cutting off Robbie Reyes' foot.
Damn.
And
the one to the gas pedal.
Yeah, bro. Like, and all it and all the dialogue really is just narration by Robbie Reyes, and him talking about how Black Skull wants him to do is scream for him. Apparently, he's like, he's been trying to get Robbie Reyes to scream because he's gotten all the other writers that he's killed. He's gotten them to scream. He's like, so you will scream too. And Robbie's like, no the hell I'm not. And so apparently he's sitting there for days and days and days trying to cut through his ankle, essentially, to cut his foot off. Just sawing at him for days. And finally, eventually, cuts his foot off. Now, mind you, Robbie Reyes is saying that he doesn't know how long it's been. He doesn't know if it's been hours, doesn't know if it's been days, months. He doesn't even know if it's been a few years. Because again, he's a Ghost Rider. Even if he was there for years, time wouldn't pass for him. We had an undead Deathlock, which time wouldn't pass for him either. He wouldn't age because he's already half dead. But yeah, and then we got, we see him like ever so often try to escape. Red Skull beats him back down. Goes at him again. Tries to escape, beats him back down. So he's just literally there for God knows how long, just being tortured by the Black Skull. And like they talk about how it's like some Latveria type shit. Like outside the walls, wasteland. But within like the castle walls, it's like nothing ever happened. You have suburban houses, ice cream trucks, man-made lakes, kids riding their bikes and stuff like that. It's like a completely different world inside. But yeah, now we see every time like Black Skull gets done with them, throws him back in the cell, Deathlock's there kind of like reassuring, like, dude, do not forget who you are. Keep it together. You have to stay Rider because you're so beat up. If you switch back to Robbie Reyes, you're gonna die. So he literally is stuck having to stay in his Rider form until help arrives, or he's gonna be dead, or he's gonna be dead. This also they start hinting at Robbie Reyes not being a normal Ghost Rider either. We see in the last episode where Deathlock's like, you're not like any other Rider I've ever seen before. Even Black Skull's like, you're not like any other Rider I've ever seen before. And then along the lines of going through this, he ends up beating him down. He ends up setting him free. No, he ends up setting himself free. His Hell Charger breaks in, tries to break him out. That gets squashed real quick. Then out of nowhere comes Ghost Goblin. This is Osborn, Green Goblin, Ghost Rider.
Wait, what?
Yeah. His name is Ghost Goblin.
What?
Yeah. Here, for all the ladies and gentlemen and all the level 7s watching, I'll put this up on the screen so you guys can enjoy this awesome image as well.
So hold on, is the glider on fire?
Let's put the glider's on fire.
Oh my god. The ghost got
Boom.
what? That sounds insane.
Let me zoom in real quick. All right, you looking at the screen?
Good God. The smoke green and everything. Look at the flame, yo. Oh, hell no.
All that.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Yeah. And so even he's like, Han, you're different. You're not like any other writer that I've ran into before. So yeah, it's and then they actually end up revealing that Robbie Reyes is the only Ghost Rider. Robbie Reyes is the only universal variant of Robbie Reyes that's a Ghost Rider.
So all across the multiverse, he's not a Ghost Rider.
Nope, he's the only one.
Well, that's interesting.
And right here, he breaks free and stuff, opens up the door, and he sees all these other people in here. It's literally just a slaughterhouse. Thousands just killing themselves, killing each other. Kind of find out they're all versions of all the other versions of Robbie Reyes from across the multiverse, and that have been starved and dehydrated. And Black Skull told him, only the real Robbie Reyes will be able to survive. So
he walked in there and told the real Slim Shady to please stand up.
Yep, exactly. And he ends up getting in there, and he's like, I can't. I find this cool too. He actually he manifests a chain from like his leg to use it as a foot.
Interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, he tells him, he's like, listen, the real Robbie Reyes will be. I'll set you free if you find the real Robbie Reyes. If you're the real one, then you'll be set free. Food, paradise, and everything. So they all start fighting each other again, start trying to kill each other. And now Robbie's standing there like, oh my god, he's literally watching himself kill himself.
Yeah.
Brutally. And now they start attacking him, so he's just trying to knock him out and not kill him. But now he's sitting there, he's starting to freak out. He's literally hearing himself scream over and over in bloody murder. Come to find out, he was the only one left screaming. Yeah. So within doing that, he actually broke him. And then this is what we end up finding out what he really is in a sense. But like, that's like, dude, you're different. You're not just a Ghost Rider. He ends up calling him, you're an All Rider. Meaning it's not, he's a multiversal spirit of vengeance. Yeah, so he's not just like a Ghost Rider, whoever he has has a motorcycle, horse, or car, or I think somebody said, hold on, let me roll up, because I remember I had to laugh because there was Ghost Goblin said that there was a Green Goblin that rode a shark.
How? No, never mind.
Because Black Skull's like, tell me, Osborn, among all the many Ghost Riders from across the multiverse who you've murdered and made into bombs, have you ever seen such a beast of a ride? Because they're looking at the Hellcharger. Osborn's like, I can't say I have. Seen plenty of fiery motorbikes and horses, and then one time even a guy who rode a shark. But a four-wheel hell charger, that's a new one. It's like same goes for the rider. He's not a Blaze, he's not a Ketch or a Kale. Not anybody from the usual bloodlines. Doesn't even smell like Mephisto on him. Yeah, so from that I'm catching like, oh damn, so was it not Mephisto that gave him the rider?
Yeah, well, because who gave him the curse of hellfire then?
Yup.
Well,
Because the way they did it in Agent of Shields, it was Johnny Blaze that passed it on to him. Because it was Johnny Blaze that saved him from the car crash and the shootout. So he passed on the hellfire to him.
Right. Well, they also talked about how that when Johnny Blaze became the Ghost Rider, Mephisto took the soul of a demon by the name of Zarathos and bound him to Johnny's body. That's why Johnny has the appearance of a skeleton being on fire. But Zarathos is revealed not to be a demon originally, but an angel.
An angel. And he was the angel of vengeance.
Well, he was the angel of justice. And then he became the spirit of vengeance. So it's one of them things where in the universe, maybe Robbie Reyes has tapped in a little bit more into Zarathos' energy of the angelic side opposed to the demonic.
Yeah, because we actually see that as well, unfortunately, in Ghost Rider Spirits of Vengeance, which was an absolutely dreadful sequel. It was.
You yourself said sequels are money grabs.
But like, it can only be a money grab if you're actually grabbing some money. The movie wasn't even released in theaters. Last time I thought it was a straight to DVD.
Don't ask me. I don't remember.
And the worst part is Idris Elba was in it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, he was the drunk monk.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, the movie has some good moments, like Ghost Rider Piss and Fire. That was actually pretty damn funny.
You say, "Oh yeah, man, it's like a flamethrower." It's just.
But yeah, by the end of that, he ends up becoming the spirit of vengeance Ghost Rider. And he's like blue flames and all that. By the end of that, because he ends up tapping into that angelic side. So we've seen it before, but yeah, that's what it's looking like.
Mm-hmm.
And as an all rider, he's able to convert anything into a Hellmobile, essentially. I still can't believe this motherfucker said a shark. How the fuck does that work?
Well, I mean, if that universe is a Ghost Rider was Namor.
God damn it. Now you gotta have me looking this shit up. I gotta see there's an actual continuity for this. I gotta see there's an actual continuity for it, because that would be hilarious.
He said riding a shark. Could you imagine, like, you're in the water, you see some shit like that?
Riding a celestial. That's what came up in the Google search.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going down that rabbit hole. Not going down that rabbit hole. Let's just find the shark. That's a whole rabbit hole. That's a whole nother episode right there.
What'd you look at?
Oh my god, he's really riding a shark. It's legit. Oh, that's a DVD.
Really surprised.
Oh, let me see. Shark Rider. No, it's a 616.
Goddamn 616 universe.
It's a goddamn 616 universe. A past spirit of vengeance, seen in the vision by caretaker Sarah as a part of her living history of the Ghost Rider. So,
Sarah.
caretaker. So she goes by the caretaker. So essentially, what Sam, the I forget his name, the Ford Tough dude, the old Ghost Rider dude that we saw in the first Ghost Rider movie that rode the horse. His granddaughter is Sarah. She becomes a caretaker as well.
You're talking about Sam Elliott's character.
Yeah, Sam Elliott. Yep, Sam Elliott's character. Yeah. Yeah, he rode a shark, and no one knows. This pot that they're like this wiki is empty. It's empty.
That's
and it
funny.
says possibly an Atlantean empowered by. So that's the only explanation. I need more information on this. So he appears only twice. Avengers Volume 8, and then Ghost Rider's Heavens on Fire Volume 16. But yeah, bro, he's really riding a goddamn shark. Let me pull this up so you can see this tomfoolery. This is absolute tomfoolery. Click. Absolute madness. Fix this real quick. Absolute madness. I don't know, man.
You were saying
this is something that pisses me off about DC and how bad they're doing. Because going through
it looks like he's riding a goddamn street shark.
Oh god, that's hilarious. It does.
Awesome.
Oh my god, you said jawsome. Dad. Oh man, but yeah, it just pisses me off because if you're when we're doing these shows and we're doing these episodes, we're doing these podcasts, we stumble across so much out of pocket BS like this, and it's like your source material is wicked. They have such a massive catalog, and they can go down any possible route that they want. Like hell, I can type in if I could type Google, that'd be nice. I would like to type that in. I can type in Batman monkey, and somewhere there's gonna be an iteration in DC of Batman being a monkey. Okay, I'm not necessarily seeing it here, but there you go. Batman Gorilla Grodd. Yeah. So like you can find out there's so many iterations. That's fucking the Dino Batman.
Don't remember that one.
Yeah, he's a green Triceratops. No. He's not. No, he's a green T-Rex. No, that's Batman T-Rex. No, we discussed this before. And Joker was a raptor.
Yeah, that definitely tracks.
Yeah, this guy right here. Continue out this thing. Right there. This baloney right here. And he's a legit dinosaur. The rest of them are too. Superman is a Brachiosaurus. Look, that's his Joker right there. He's like a raptor that spits acid out of his mouth.
Who writes this shit?
I don't know. Look! Oh my god!
Oh wow.
Wait, are they? They legit? What? Oh, okay. So I guess Joker killed this cave child's parents, and it triggered Bat Dino's memory of what happened with his parents. But look, why do they have to draw him like that? With the little snot burger coming out of the snot bubble coming out of his nose? This makes this whole scene less serious. But yeah, like they have stuff like this. There's it's bothersome. Not to mention they have Dark Knight's Metal. They have Dark Knight's Metal. Why are we not getting any live action Dark Knight's Metal? Like,
So I'm curious, man. Who is the one who's actually working on this story again?
let me find out. Let me find out. I got a Dino Batman. I gotta find the name of the I gotta find the actual name of the comic. Oh no, not that. I keep going for his T-Rex.
The T-Rex and the raptor. Like what?
Yeah. Screen Rat.
Doesn't have to work on my posy. Like, nah, smell my breath, nigga. Ha!
Oh, it's called Jurassic League.
Why? Fucking why?
Let me see who. All right, here it is. Oh yeah, Wonder Woman's a Triceratops. Superman is like a Brachiosaurus.
Oh my god.
So written by Juan Gideon and Daniel Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Back in May. And it's available for $3. I'm telling you, man, this is again, we got stuff like this, but they don't do anything with it. I don't know.
We need to do something with it. What would you like to see done with it, huh?
Not with that specifically, but I'm just saying they have a DC has a catalog, but they decide that they're gonna just write new shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, stop. You're clearly idiots and you don't know how to write. All your writers have been trash. stop. Just stop it.
They're just cock and balls.
Like, just you have source material. Go to the source material as close as possible, because clearly you guys can't do anything else right. So I don't know. That's my rant. That's my rant for the show. That's my rant for the show. Just get your shit together. You need to go into a corner somewhere and unfuck themselves.
God.
I mean, but I can't blame them because Marvel fucked them.
Nah, it's not the fact that Marvel fucked them. It's that Marvel had all their shots lined up, and they took them very well. That's all it was. Marvel did something.
And then,
in fact, Marvel didn't even do anything original because other people have had broader universes for a while now.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But see, that's what I'm saying. What do you think Marvel did after they took all them shots? They got crazy and got freaky, and the closest thing it was DC. So they've been DC over.
Listen, all right. As far as the movies go, DC does take it a little bit. It's taking it like a. Never mind. But anywho, so. But as far as the games, as far as the animated movies, as far as the TV shows, DC beats them and everything else.
Well, actually, not. We can't even say TV shows anymore. We can't say TV shows anymore.
Listen, man, when you got certain things bringing down your stock, we will say that. I didn't care for Loki. I didn't think Loki was great. And you already know my feelings on She-Hulk.
Listen, she doesn't even like She-Hulk, okay?
Well, listen, she's going to find out how good of a lawyer she is, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. They're trying to sue her for the She-Hulk trademark. That's dirty. I'm not going to lie. That's dirty. Titania definitely doing her dirty. So wait, are they literally gonna change the name She-Hulk, or is she gonna really fight to keep the name She-Hulk?
I don't know. I'm watching just like you are, but I'm confused.
Oh, one quick thing before we wrap this up. So last episode, make the Stallion thing.
Yeah.
So we see her sign as a client, as a client of Jen's. I was confused about it until I started thinking about it. So Jen works in superhuman affairs.
Mm-hmm.
If
you're about to go with this, I think you're about to go. I swear to God.
No. I'm not gonna lie. I would like that. I would like that route, but it's not gonna go that way. She ain't got the time for it. I would love to see it. I would love to see it, but no. Technically, I think the Meg Thee Stallion is gonna be suing that elf chick for defamation and impersonation.
That is a possibility.
Because it makes complete sense. It makes complete sense. Because when we see her, she's like posing as Meg Thee Stallion, beating bitches up. That and it's on video. It's right. Defamation of character. So I'm thinking after the court case, then she was like, all right, I want to go after her for my bit of cash, for my pound of flesh, for impersonating me. So it's technically still a superhuman matter. She's suing that superhuman because that's what the first case when she had first became Hulk, first turned into a She-Hulk in front of everyone. It was people suing a superhuman for death, wrongful death. So I think that's what they're going with that. It's a little side tangent, but it just kind of dawned on me earlier when I was watching the episode. It just kind of dawned on me. But I think that's pretty cool because we can actually see regular lawsuit cases against supers.
Oh good God! Oh my God! So this is gonna go full on Incredibles?
No. and I'm gonna hit you with something. I'm gonna hit you with something, and you're gonna be like, "Oh shit, that was a thing."
Yep, go ahead.
DC. Hold on. Let me get this together. Let me get this together because when I drop this bomb on you, you're gonna be like, "Oh, I didn't even remember that." What was it? Um, all right. So, quite a few years back, there was a show that came out that was a part of the DC universe called Powerless back in 2016 2017 called Powerless
Mm-hmm.
that starred Vanessa Hudgens, and that's literally what it was all about. They were literally a company that specialized in creating new inventions to help stop superheroes from breaking shit.
Mm.
And it was a part of the DC universe. And so we can literally see it was a sitcom. Needless to say, it only lasted 12 episodes. But we've seen stuff like this before. No, it was an insurance company. They're an insurance company that specialized in superhero like infractions, like Superman and Doomsday are fighting. Your car gets crushed. Who you
You're
gonna
right.
call?
You're right. Okay.
Yup,
And that
yup,
wouldn't make sense.
yup. They're a superhuman insurance company. So we've seen them take the superhuman thing into like a more like earthly realm of seeing the backlash and them having to pay for their backlash, essentially. So now we get to see, all right, well, yes, sorry, Superman, remember back in Man of Steel when you took out all those skyscrapers fighting General Zod? Yeah, a lot of people died. There was trillions of dollars in damage done. So we're city is suing you for it. I don't make
Yeah.
money off this shit.
Nah, that wouldn't make sense, man. Because I'm thinking in my head, like, yo, Superman and Zod basically level Metropolis, man. There's so much property damage, and that had to be billions of dollars in
Mhm.
property damage.
Exactly, and every time we see, and let alone when Doomsday decided to come to the party,
Right?
yeah, Batman and Superman going at it, like yeah, yeah, parademons attacking. You know what I mean? Every single situation like that would be an absolutely guys, forgive me for going here, but this is the only other reference I can think of.
Oh yeah, go ahead, go ahead. I want to hear this shit.
And I'm not proud of this, okay? This is not one of my usual jokes.
I am
It's
all
not even
ears.
it's not even a joke either. It's just a reference. All these situations that we see happen would be oh god, this hurts. I don't even want to say it. God Jesus. They would be on the level of a 9/11.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The amount of damage and chaos and the amount of like death and carnage that would be caused by these situations would be on that level. It would be so hard from these fictional cities to recover from.
Is that a deer, bro? I just saw a deer, bro.
That's that, and so to not add that reality to it of like, yeah, dude, that man is still was on that level of mass calamity and mayhem, destruction and death. They literally were getting invaded by aliens, to not touch on the realism of there was some real damage here. How is this city going to realistically recover from this?
Mm.
Because as we see next time we see Metropolis, well, it was built back up. Only scars and damage are emotional in there. I'm like,
And
that's
then
not realistic.
this big ass monument of all the people who died.
It would be much bigger than that.
Like what was it? It said on his chest, "False God, false prophet."
Yeah, it would be that monument would be so much bigger than that. It's not realistic at all. But now we see She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Now we shows like Powerless. Even though like it was a sitcom, it was a comedy. But it brought that realistic thing into it. Like though they are heroes, they cause damage too.
Absolutely.
And the people, the powerless people need to be able to be compensated for the damages. The city needs to be compensated for the damages.
That's what Bruce Wayne and Oliver Queen are for.
Yeah, but it doesn't help when it's their shit getting ruined too. So now they're like, hey, listen, I can't really. They really was relying on Bruce to pay for a lot of damages.
I remember there was something seen in the episode of the Justice League
Yeah,
cartoon.
he turns around,
And like,
looks at
look,
Bruce.
he's like, we get a legal pay for all the damages, and he just looks at Batman. Batman's like, yeah, nigga, I got
it. He's just standing there looking at him like, I hate you. This is the last time.
Like, I'll put it on my tab.
Yeah. So I don't know. This that's why I enjoyed the last episode of She-Hulk, because it got a little more on that lore side. Only time we see any superheroing done is literally in the last few moments. So again, I'm happy to see if I get all lawyer, I'm fine with it. If I get all superhero, I'm fine with it. But if you're gonna put them together, you got to have that balance, and I felt like last episode gave a decent balance.
Yeah, until she was trying to get her cheeks clapped.
Bro, she clapped his.
I'm not. I'm not touching that one.
Full well he was the one whose cheeks got clapped. She picked him up like he was a baby and cradled and coddled him and absolutely probably destroyed him, to the point when he woke up, he didn't even know what happened. He was like, who are you? He didn't even remember that She-Hulk had a second personality.
Yeah, he sitting there eating green yams all night. What was you expecting?
Exactly.
And that gives you eternal clout. Could you imagine, like, you come to the homies, like, you never gonna guess what I took down last night? Like, what? You bullshit. I swear to God.
He'd be lying. The
I had
conversation needs to go.
breakfast and everything.
The conversation needs to go, hey, yo, my guys, you won't believe what took me down. That's how that has to work, because she took him down.
Nah, ain't no grown ass man gonna admit to that. Never in life. Never in life.
If it is She-Hulk, you get redemption for that, because there ain't no way you're gonna be fighting a She-Hulk. Yo yams, you getting man yams. If a She-Hulk walk up on you and grab you, you are the yam, sir.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be like, go, because I feel like that's the wrong answer.
I mean, are you gonna say no? I mean, not like you have a choice, but are you gonna say no?
Listen, I don't know, man. I don't mind a woman with a little bit of muscle, but if she flexing got biceps bigger than my head, yeah, we're gonna have a bit of an issue.
But would you really though?
Yes, because the next thing I know, she's gonna talk about she wants to wrestle, and I'm being thrown across the room, and no, I don't want that extra shit.
Whoa, death by snoo snoo? Come on.
Yeah, it all sounds good until you die, nigga.
Ah, you're
It
the
all
world's first
sounds good
superhero.
until you
Somebody can
die.
hold you back.
You watch The Boys, right?
God, yeah.
Are you set? Are you spending the night with popcorn?
Oh, you know what? You right. It's all good until you drilling it and she sneezes and clenches.
Like ah. I think it's snapped. I think it's snapped.
Would
Is
that
that
be
what you want?
considered decapitation?
No. Like the bed can be replaced, the shaft can't.
Like, whoa! I ain't no Luke Cage. I ain't no Luke Cage. Listen now. Listen now.
Yeah, you think you get yourself on that space and be like, oh yeah, bitches call me Power Man. Next thing you know, she gonna talk about how the battery's dead. Nigga, that's what you want?
It's like, oh God, yeah. Jeez. I mean, apparently he's clapped. The Power Man's clapped the cheeks too. There's a lot of heroes that clap She-Hulk cheeks,
Yeah,
and a lot of
Hercules,
people don't understand.
Juggernaut.
Everybody, yeah, exactly. Everyone out here talking trash about She-Hulk twerking. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. She-Hulk, even in the comic books, has always been body positive and body forward. Literally, all the hero dudes was in the hot tub. She walking in
Oh
the hot
god,
tub, stark naked.
Hulk coming in.
Exact, yeah. Hulk coming in. You got Thor over there,
Everyone's like,
huzzah!
whoa, whoa.
And then somebody was over in a cut game, punched in their face by their shorty.
Probably Spider-Man. Like eyes fronting this thing, ain't nobody doing nothing.
We're talking, I ain't doing nothing. We're talking about. You over there with them spidey senses. Your spidey senses are tingling. I know it. Hey,
I just
yo,
saw
that's
this
how the
big
old
ass
gang
green
bang
bush. I
man.
thought that's what he saw.
For real, that's danger. That is danger.
Right.
That is danger. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't. If I was Spider, I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to focus with her around. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. But now, see, I was expecting that to be a turn, to be a plot twist.
What?
Like, yeah, whatever they do the thing, he sleep with her, but kind of find out he's a bad guy, and that's how he was trying to. That's how he got her blood.
There might still be a plot twist.
Oh yeah, he could have grabbed her blood with either way, and we
Well,
just
yeah.
didn't show it.
They said that. They already said like when she falls asleep, she turns back to her normal self.
Yeah, and he stayed the night, so he could have easily caught her while she was sleeping.
He got a got up, take a piss, came back like, whoa, hold on, wait a minute. Oh, this is perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Damn, that's a win-win-win. Not only was he able to clap She-Hulk cheeks, but then he was also able to get the blood vial, and she made her breakfast in the morning, so he clapped him that good. That shorty made him breakfast in the morning.
Think
She
about
said
that. Somebody
she
super
picked
strong made you breakfast in the morning.
right. Because I'm thinking, how's a normal man really gonna keep up with that? Really gonna do anything with that?
Let's see. My guess would be a whole lot of cardio, mad Bowflex, and Viagra.
Yeah, quite a like 3 different rhino tablets, black rhino tablets. Hey yo, I'm just want to say I want to shout out to my guy because he was also a man of color who got to clap some She-Hulk cheeks.
God. Oh God. Oh Jesus.
Out to
Anywho,
the people.
anywho. So but once again, my only question with that show is like, where is it going? I want to know where the end premise is going to land.
I
like you,
I
like you
really
said.
feel like it's gonna be the leader.
Oh yeah, I thought that from the moment I saw the Wrecking Crew, and I
Mm-hmm.
thought that was funny that they had the whole like, did you rob it as Guardian construction worker? And it's like, yeah.
Yeah. like what do you expect? Of course we did. Like, yeah, you idiot. Of course. Man. That shit that I like I said, it's goofy, but I accept it for its goofiness. You know, I accept it for its goofiness because we haven't had any goofiness in a Marvel show.
Thor, Ragnarok,
In a
Thor, Love and
Marvel
Thunder.
show. In a Marvel show.
Listen,
Yo,
all
which
right,
I haven't, and I still haven't seen Love and Thunder. My fiance needs to catch up on the Thor movies. We gotta watch. We fucking gotta watch Ragnarok. No, actually, I lied. We gotta watch Dark World and Ragnarok. Wish me luck.
good luck. Well, Dark World's actually skippable in that
Yeah,
aspect.
yeah. And
So
I personally like Ragnarok. I personally did like Ragnarok. I love that whole '80s theme that they went with it. I loved it, and I just feel like the music that they were able to use with that was just like perfect. It made it epic. It made it epic stuff. Um, but yeah, you know that is our super breakdown for this week. Catch us next week at 6 p.m. We got a lot of things coming up for you guys, especially next month. October is going to be jam packed. We got a lot of things going on. We're going to be doing some live polls to see what heroes and characters you guys like the best. We're finally going to be launching our IG page, so look out for that. October, spooky season. Spooky season. So be prepared for some pretty dark storylines. We'll be trying to dig through the crates and find for you guys. Coming up soon, level 7 merch. Keep an eye out for it.
definitely keep
You
an eye
know,
out for that.
yeah. Right now we're working on limited edition. We're gonna be doing pins, caps, hoodies, especially because it's starting to get a little chilly, especially for spooky season.
Hmm.
Level 7 merch. You know, we'll be putting it out there. Stay tuned to our Facebook page, the Super Breakdown, the official Super Breakdown page. Take a look at our Spotify, the Super Breakdown. After this, the last episode will be posted up there of our live discussion. So check that out. Again, the Blade episode just dropped. Check that out as well. You know, it's gonna be a fun one. We got a lot of stuff coming up within the next 3 months. You know, look out for us in November. We're going to be streaming live from the Saratoga Comic Con, Saratoga, New York Comic Con. And then next chance we get, we're moving up from there. And we're going to be hitting the New York Comic Con. And even then, if we get an anime con coming up, we'll head out there. You know, we talking about superhero stuff, but we also running on pop culture in general, guys. So definitely keep an eye out for us. This has been the Super Breakdown Limited Edition Live. I am Power Maximus, and I'm here with the man of the hour, everyone's favorite demigod, Lord Triage. Peace.
Peace.